You in the office, baby. Going up.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Slice Fight Network. Today we're here with Michael Unordinary Casey, fighting out of UFM in Tupelo. He'll be taking on Reynolds at TCB fights on February 3rd in Tupelo, Mississippi. How you doing today, Michael?
I'm doing great. How about
All right,
yourself?
doing good, man. So seeing you getting some work in, looking sharp. Talk to us about camp.
It's been a tough one. I've just been coming off a really tough year last year, so I've been really trying to do this camp, been trying to refine who I am as a person and as a boxer. It's been almost like a year and a half since my last boxing match, and that took place in the Lyric in Oxford, and that was my second fight. Went 2-0 that fight. And this camp really has just been me finding who I am or finding out something that I didn't know about myself,
Right.
whether it be something new or whatsoever, or that probably won't even come until the fight comes.
So
But
redefining yourself.
yes, sir.
There
Yes,
you
sir.
go. So talk to us about, the process of doing that. Like what goes into that for you?
With me, I'm a really I'm in Christianity, and I love praying, reading the Bible, and I also like watching movies, watching like even boxing film or whatever can get my mind in the right place. Because
Right.
during when you competing or training, like there's so many distractions around. You gotta stay locked in, and it can be tough for a lot of fighters because at the end of the day, we're all human beings. We're fighters, but we're human beings at the same time. So we
Right.
gotta recognize, that there are distractions. You just can't let them overwhelm you or you just get all out of order.
Right. You got to find the calmness in the
Yes, sir.
chaos.
Yes, sir. Yes,
All
sir.
right, man. And hey, man, I'm a religious person
Yes,
too,
sir.
and man, I lean into God a lot for
Hmm.
guidance.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Especially in the fight game, man.
Hmm.
Because there's a lot of ups and
Yes.
downs,
Yes.
and I always, I say the same, God got you.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
God got you.
Yeah.
Like if
Hmm.
you don't give up on Him, He won't give up on you.
Yeah, and you got to think about it. He created us, and he knows what's gonna go into. I believe he honestly has control of what goes on in the cage, boxing ring, what's because he's the creator of all things. So you got to lend your strength to him, and he'll guide you through whether you win or lose. You win, kudos to you. If you lose, you gave it your best.
Right.
Hmm.
And it's, like I have faith. That's something I was
Hmm.
talking to a guy about yesterday. It's faith, like not just faith in God, but like like you gotta have faith in your training and everything.
Hmm.
It's believing in what you can't
Yeah.
see. It's like I understand the process. It's
Hmm.
not gonna be easy.
Yeah.
Like if like trying to walk the right path in life,
Hmm.
it's not easy.
Yeah.
You're gonna have distractions. You're gonna
Hmm.
have, naysayers. You're gonna have people trying to pull you into the wrong direction,
Yeah.
but it's up to you to
Hmm.
stay that path.
And I like earlier what you said is like ups and downs. Like that's what boxing is for me. Like it relates to life so much. Like you lose, you're gonna stay down. You gonna get yourself back up. So it's really a motivational factor to keep going. For me, at least for me, I'm not sure for anyone else, but for me, like boxing outside of God, boxing is what keeps me going.
100%, man.
Yes,
All right,
sir.
what got you into boxing? What made you start?
Honestly, I was honestly just sitting around one day and I just like I wanted to box. And then I got into it and my first training session, I trained at UFM in Tupelo, and my first training session I was hitting the bag, and Grady Sue Hurley, he was a fighter himself, really great fighter
Shout out
himself.
Grady.
And he seen me hitting the bag and he was like, you boxing for? And I was like, no. And he was just like, I thought you may have boxed for because you was hitting that bag pretty good. And so that's when I came to my mind. I made, I believe now, honestly, I'm a natural at it because
Mhm.
I got really good at it really quick and had my first fight within like 6 months. Won that, and then I had schooling and stuff in between, so it took me a little bit to get my second fight, but I did really good in that as well. So I believe it in some cases I'm a natural at it, and then like my family, they weren't really necessarily boxers, but they were street fighters.
Right, yeah.
So and they, from what I hear, they beat a lot of people up. So I believe that was passed on down to me into boxing. So
Oh yeah,
yes,
man.
sir.
You come from a line of
Yeah,
warriors,
yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
yeah,
and,
yeah.
and I believe that too, man. I believe we all, like certain people have
Mhm.
certain
Yeah.
ancestors, and it's like,
Mhm.
man, it's in your
Yeah.
DNA.
Mhm.
Like you're meant
Yeah.
to do this,
Mhm.
and sometimes you just don't know that,
Yeah.
until a situation happens in life, and then
Mhm.
it's just like it's just a natural
Yeah.
instinct, like
Mhm.
that protector instinct,
Mhm. Yeah.
and it's like, hey, like
Mhm.
this is what you are supposed to
Yeah,
do, you
yeah.
know.
And everything happens for a reason. So, I feel as if I'm not boxing for no reason. I mean, there's a big reason behind it.
Correct. All
Yes,
right.
sir.
So is that the plan? You said you took a little bit of a break. So like,
Mhm.
what's the plan after this one? You gonna try to stay busy or?
Yeah, yeah. I want to be consistent. Mind you, I'm only 22 years old, so I'm pretty young. Now I
Oh
got,
yeah,
I feel like I got enough time to get as much experience in amateur boxing as I can, because I really one day want to take this, sport very far. And that's something I pray for, and I really hope to happen.
man, 100%,
Yes,
man.
sir.
And I'm gonna be cheering for you,
Yes,
bro.
sir. Yes,
Like
sir.
I really am, man. I've got to work with you a few
Yes, sir.
times up here, and man,
Mhm.
I think highly of you, and
Yes, sir.
I see why Grady and them speak so highly of
Yes,
you
sir.
as well.
Yes, sir.
Uh, talk to us about your opponent, Rome Reynolds. You know anything about him? Any thoughts on him?
No, sir. From what I hear, he competed in a tough man, and he's it seems from what I hear, he's a brawler. So I believe going in that fight, it's gonna be very tough. I believe it's gonna be tough, and that's what I'm sort of looking for. My first fight back in a while. I want a tough fight. I'm never want to go into think on whether the guy's not really that good or good. I don't want to underestimate him. So I think Ron Runn's gonna be a very tough opponent.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, 100%. I mean, he's
Uh,
still got a left hand and right hand.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
know,
Amen. Yeah.
and it's like,
Mhm.
anybody can give a shot,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
but it's
yeah.
all about setting it up.
Mhm.
Hey,
Yeah,
can you take it though?
yeah,
Can
yeah,
you take
yeah,
that heat I'm
yeah,
gonna bring to you?
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. And that's what I believe every fighter needs. Like, you're gonna need that one guy who gonna just give you a run for your money, just bring the best out of you so you can know what you can take or what you can't. Because what you can't take, you gotta get better on for furthermore. Because the competition gonna get better and better. Whether you're
Exactly.
an amateur or pro, you gonna move up level to level. You keep winning, gonna keep going up.
Yeah, and I'm also a firm believer in, man, like as you should be, wanting that competition.
Yeah. Mhm. Mhm.
That's a bully mentality to take
Yeah.
fights against people you're gonna beat
Mhm.
up.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
like
yeah,
that's just a
yeah.
bully,
Yeah, yeah, I don't like in training, like, I don't like going against, like, people who may be doing it, like I mean, I don't mind it, to help them out, but going against people who, like, been there, like, 1, 2 weeks, like, I wanna go against somebody better, someone who gonna bust my nose, knock me down a couple times,
Right.
and to really test myself, can I get up from this? Can I keep going? So
Yeah, and because they show you where you're really at,
Mhm. Yeah.
and it's like,
Yeah.
okay, like that's what
Mhm.
I need. I need honesty,
Yeah. Mhm. Yeah.
like
Mhm.
because if I want to be good, like I don't want to be
Mhm.
wasting my time,
Yeah. Mhm. Yeah.
and if I have that false sense of security
Mhm.
because I'm beating up on new
Yeah.
people, it's
Mhm.
like, well,
Yeah.
you know,
And I even like just going to my fights. I like testing myself too. Like, going against Ron Reynolds, he knocks me down. Like, I want to see if I can, get back up,
yeah.
and, I want that tough opponent.
Yeah.
So,
And
hmm
we all have that fear, and it's
yeah.
like, but man, that fear can be so useful.
Yeah.
It can be a powerful tool
Yeah.
if you don't let it paralyze
Yeah.
you. If you let it elevate you instead of
Yeah.
paralyze you,
hmm
man, like
Yeah.
you like that's whenever you see some of the people like
hmm
at their absolute sharpest is whenever they
Yeah.
got that little bit of fear in them.
Yeah.
Like when they
Yeah.
got that phone call and they heard that name, it was some
hmm
butterflies, and they're like,
Yeah.
whew, all right.
Yeah.
Because it makes you step it
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
You got to be
And
sharp.
and it happens with everybody because, like I said at the beginning, we're all human. Like,
That's right.
you're gonna have the thoughts about, oh, he's gonna knock me out, or I'm gonna get embarrassed or embarrass myself. Like, those thoughts gonna fly. But as you get through the first couple rounds, or even before the fight, say a prayer, do whatever you need to do to calm down. You'll be all right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, you always,
hmm
it's always a roller coaster,
hmm
warming up, getting the
Yeah.
hands wrapped,
hmm
and then when
Yeah.
you're making the walk, but it's like, man, once you get in there, it's
Yeah.
just like
Yeah.
your preparation's
hmm
gonna take over.
Yeah.
You
And
lock
yeah.
in and it's another day in office, baby.
Yeah, yeah. And like for me, like it may take a guy just to hit me one good time and be like, okay,
Yep.
now I'm ready.
Yeah.
So, or me taking or giving one good punch to them, like, okay, now we're ready.
Yeah. Yeah. You come
Yeah.
out and set the tone, man. Stick
Yes,
that
sir.
jab in his face
Yes,
and
sir.
like, all right,
Yeah.
you better be ready, dude, because it's coming all night long,
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Well, all right, man. You got anybody you want to give a shout out to or anything like that?
I just want to give a shout out to everybody in UFM, and I just thank those guys for the coaches, from boxing to jiu-jitsu, wherever everybody there. They're just good people and they're very positive. Even the people here at New Albany MMA, you guys are very good people as well. And that's what I look for, just positive people, because you need a positive outlet to be around you when you're doing this type of stuff. You really can't have too many negative impacts, or it's gonna mess with you mentally,
Yeah.
mess with your career if you have too many like negative people, or just being in a negative environment, in general. Because man, you gotta keep your mind positive. You gotta tell yourself good things. I think I heard Mike Tyson
Positive
say,
reinforcement.
yeah, I think I heard Mike Tyson say you gotta tell yourself good things, or you begin to let that insecurity, that doubt kick in. That's when you can get destroyed.
100%.
Yes, sir.
100%.
Yes,
Well,
sir.
man, I'm looking forward to it.
Yes, sir.
February 3rd in Tupelo, Mississippi. Michael Unordinary Casey taking on Reynolds. Best of luck to you, man. Appreciate your time.
So thank you. God
Thank
bless
you.
you.